What's going on? YouTube, listen up, young elder gang. This is Dr. Charles P. Winston at you with another banger. Please make sure you like, subscribe and share this video. Fam, I hope this video get at least 100,000 likes. In this video you will find history definitions, scripture information, and best of all what we Americans have been deprived of from the beginning, the truth. Keep in mind, this content used in this video is intended for entertainment, educational and informational purposes only. We will give you the total truth as we best understand it. Today, be sure to hit that like button, young elder gang. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell and don't forget to check back with us every day for new content. Across cultures and centuries, humanity shares a story. A great flood, loss and a new beginning. The Ojibwe, also known as Chippewa, have a flood story similar to Noah's, featuring a man named Waynaboozhoo, or Nanabush, who builds a raft to survive a great deluge sent by the Creator. This raft carries him and various animals, and they float for an extended period while the waters recede. The story emphasizes Waynaboozhoo's resourcefulness and his connection to nature, as he eventually helps create a new world from a piece of mud brought back by a diving bird. We know Noah's Ark, but the Ojibwe or Anishinaabe have their own powerful flood story. The Anishinaabe, the original people, have lived in the Great Lakes region for generations. Their history passed down through oral tradition. Their flood myth isn't just a tale, it's a foundation, explaining their deep connection to the land and all living things. Unlike written records, these stories are living, evolving with each generation. The Ojibwe flood story is about resilience, humility, and the vital role every being plays in creation. It's a story of hope. After devastation, life can begin anew, even on the back of a humble turtle. Let's explore how this ancient narrative still resonates today. The Anishinaabe people, a group of culturally and linguistically related indigenous peoples primarily located in the Great Lakes region of North America, have rich traditions of knowledge transmission and a deep connection to their origins. These teachings are not attributed to a single source, but have been passed down orally by elders for centuries. Central to Anishinaabe teachings are the seven grandfather teachings, also known as the seven teachings or seven grandfathers. These teachings provide guiding principles for living a good life and are intended to be practiced towards humans, the earth, and all of nature. They encompass values like wisdom, respect, love, honesty, humility, bravery, truth. Each teaching is represented by an animal, and they are said to have been gifted to the Anishinaabe by a group of loving elders and advisors. Some interpretations trace the Anishinaabe story back to humanity's earliest days, connecting them to ancient migrations and legendary teachers. Theories suggest their ancestors crossed continents, guided by knowledge from powerful beings like Ninurta, son of Enlil, a Sumerian god of wisdom and engineering. Enlil secretly sent his son Ninurta to teach the descendants of Cain, who lived in the land of Nod. Ninurta is said to have taught early peoples how to survive, navigate by the stars, and build canoes, skills crucial for enduring a great flood. This ancestral wisdom, whether literal or symbolic, became the lifeline of the Ojibwe. When the deluge came, they were ready, prepared by generations of knowledge and resilience. These connections, debated or not, enriched the Ojibwe identity and set the stage for their unique flood story. Their survival was no accident. It was the result of preparation, wisdom, and a legacy of adaptation. The Ojibwe flood story begins with Gichimanidu, the creator, sending a flood to cleanse the world. Waynaboozhoo is a prominent figure in Anishinaabe, Ojibwe mythology, often described as a trickster and culture hero. He is a half-spirit, half-human being with the power to shapeshift, and is known for his many adventures and teachings. Waynaboozhoo plays a key role in various Anishinaabe stories, including those about the creation of the world and the Great Flood. Waynaboozhoo is Enki. Only Waynaboozhoo, a spirit hero, survives on a floating log, joined by animals seeking refuge. Realizing they need earth to rebuild, Waynaboozhoo asks who will dive for mud from the drowned world below. The loon and beaver try and fail, exhausted by the depths. Then the humble muskrat volunteers, diving deep and resurfacing lifeless, but with a precious speck of mud in its paw. Waynaboozhoo honors the muskrat's sacrifice, knowing this small act will allow creation to begin anew. This moment isn't just about survival, it's about the courage of the least expected and the power of community. From this mud, the new world will rise. The muskrat sacrifice becomes the seed of hope. The story reminds us, even the smallest can change everything. Compare the Ojibwe flood story to Noah's Ark, and you'll find striking similarities. Divine floods, chosen survivors, and the preservation of life. But the differences reveal deeper truths. Noah follows God's instructions, building an ark to save his family and animals. Waynaboozhoo, with no blueprint, relies on collaboration with the animals. In Noah's story, the world is cleansed and revealed. In the Ojibwe tale, the world is actively rebuilt from a speck of mud. The turtle offers its back, and Waynaboozhoo grows the new land, Turtle Island, through cooperation and sacrifice. The hero isn't just Waynaboozhoo, but also the muskrat and turtle. The Ojibwe myth values every being's contribution, teaching that creation is a shared act. It's a worldview where community, not command, shapes the future. For the Ojibwe, the flood story is a living lesson in resilience, humility, and respect for nature. Waynaboozhoo and the animals didn't give up. They worked together to build a new world. The muskrat's sacrifice shows that true strength can come from the smallest and most humble. The turtle's back, now Turtle Island, symbolizes stability and the sacredness of the earth. This story teaches that humans are partners with nature, not its masters. Today, as we face global challenges, the Ojibwe myth reminds us, survival depends on cooperation, respect, and honoring every part of our world. The wisdom of the Anishinaabe endures, guiding us to live in balance on the island we all share. Their story is not just history, it's a guide for our future. The world on the turtle's back is an Iroquois creation myth that explains the origins of the world, nature, and humanity. It highlights themes of balance, interconnectedness, and the duality of existence, emphasizing the importance of harmony with nature and the consequences of both good and bad choices. The myth explains how the world came to be, with a woman falling from the sky world and landing on a turtle's back. It describes the creation of the earth, the sky, and the natural world, attributing their existence to the actions of various beings and their interactions. The story features twins, one good and one evil, representing the duality of human nature and the constant struggle between opposing forces. This duality is also reflected in the natural world, with light and darkness, day and night, and other contrasting elements. The myth emphasizes the need to find balance between these opposing forces to maintain harmony. The story highlights the interconnectedness of all things in the universe, from the sky world to the earth and its creatures. It underscores the importance of respecting nature and living in harmony with it, as all elements of the world are interdependent. The actions of the woman, her curiosity, and her insistence on taking bark from the great tree, despite her husband's objections, illustrate the potential for imbalance and negative consequences when humans disregard the natural order. The myth demonstrates that actions have consequences, both for the individual and for the world at large. The twins' actions, both good and bad, shape the world and influence the lives of humans. The story serves as a reminder that humans must make wise choices and be mindful of the impact of their actions on the world around them. The myth explores the complexities of human nature, acknowledging both the capacity for good and the potential for evil. It suggests that humans have the free will to choose between good and evil, and that their choices have a profound impact on their lives and the world they inhabit. The story serves as a guide, offering insights into the nature of good and evil and the importance of making conscious choices.